Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Are you looking for one with your name on it? You're looking for one with your name on it?
Yeah, my boyfriend, Michael Jackson.
Oh. You always think you dancing?
I got.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Oh, you dance?
I want to dance.
You dance? Oh, it's warm in here, huh? So I always had, the year that, if you guys remember the year that Bunny got elected to council and he went over there, they had me kind of just watch over the hall. In the meantime, I was running recreation, but they were like, well, since you're there, you can walk, kind of look out for the hall. But the thing I was had problems in there in the spring and the fall was it'd be really cold at night and in the morning. So you try to turn the heat up a little bit, right, to keep things from freezing, but then it turns 65 degrees during the day and then it's really hot in here. So you can never get it's such a big building, it takes so long to heat that you can never get the temperature right in here. But we looked into getting a new boiler for the thing and it was like 160,000 for a heating system for this place. At the time I was like, well, let's just get it, but it's too big of a purchase. They didn't want to do it just yet. Hi.
That's what I picked. I was like, oh, I didn't say yet. I know. Yeah.
So I think we're gonna do it if I'm not, am I speaking out of turn here? So you'll have the candidates up here?
Yep.
Up front, and then everyone else just make sure you sign in. Is that all right?
Yep, and we're already on,
If you're gonna stand it, you're gonna sign it.
we're already live.
Okay.
Just in case. Oh, this one's yours. This one's.
A little jolt on that one.
In 2 minutes? Yeah, since it might not be many.
Okay, now.
So she's gonna do the time for you. And then if you wanna adjust the time, because of the number of candidates and the time.
I don't know if Anna's gonna be here, so I know that's one who's not gonna be here. Candace just said she messaged her.
Fish? Wanna come up? Answer a few questions for the crowd.
Who's up?
Yeah,
Everybody.
everybody come up.
come up.
Shy and scared.
Yeah. So there's one, so just so you guys, Honor, tell me if I say something that's not true. I don't want to. But this is a public forum, okay? So basically anyone in our community can come to this. It's not like a general council where it's just enrolled members. The questions have already been submitted, so it's, unless the candidates want to afterwards, it's not really a question and answer section with the crowd, with like a town, what do they call this? Town hall meetings? It's not I have a question for the candidates. The opportunity to submit questions was ended last week. So these are all kind of pre-prepared questions. You guys will have a couple minutes to answer them. And I think the point of this is just so that the Shoshone people can be more informed when we come into our election cycle. Maybe, instead of just checking names, we know a little bit more about our candidates, and maybe this catches on and we'll have some good production out of our elected officials down the road. So this will be super easy, okay? No questions, just be yourselves. And how much time do they have for a question?
1 to 2 minutes.
So we don't, if we had the whole panel here, we're probably gonna do a minute, but just you guys, we'll do a couple minutes max. If you don't want to take all that time, don't worry about it. It's That 2 minutes is gonna feel like a lot when you're talking. Might not even need that much time, so.
The rules, right?
What's that?
The rules,
It's a roast, yeah, you're the, I guess. Wait, did you do one of these? One of these forms? Did you have it?
Yeah.
Cass, did you do one of these?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Okay, Ben, then. Okay, Ben.
Oh, you decided to do that, huh? So if we get more candidates as they come, we can reintroduce them, or we can introduce them as they come in. So of all the candidates running for entertainment committee, there, the 12 that'll be on the ballot, 11, I guess, are Cassandra Burnett, Kaylee Weed, Willis Mann, Waylon March, Claudia Tillman, Rachel Yusanostra, Ina Weed Hurley, April Quality, Mike Chingman, Waylon Benatzi, and Zelma Bell. We don't obviously have all those people here tonight, so we did ask the candidates to prepare a little bit of something for themselves. We'll just go down in order here. Waylon Benatzi is a Crowheart resident, horse rancher, and a Native Indian artist. Notable achievements and notable qualifications for this position: horse rancher, Native Indian artist, automotive tech, baker, chef, fry cook, a butcher, warehouse, and head singer of the Big Wind drum group in Crowheart. Did a 150-year Fort Bridger Treaty reenactment, slot tech, pastry chef at the Hutton? The Hilton Hotel in Texas. Personal and family interests are old Shoshone songs, squaw dance songs, travel to Indian powwows, sweat ceremonies, playing at the casinos, hand game, round dances, handling horses, meeting all kinds of women and making rawhide drums, beadwork, and making powwow songs. Thanks for being here tonight. Cassandra, or Cass, as I would call her, Burnett, is from Fort Washakie. Currently, she's the Eastern Shoshone Gaming Commissioner. Personal and family interests go hand in hand. She enjoys the outdoors, hunting, hiking, and fishing year-round. Kaylee Weed, also a Fort Washakie resident, currently a student. Notable achievements are she's a registered nurse, Shoshone Indian Days Queen from 04 to 05, Gift of the Waters Coordinator, and participant since 1999. Personal and family interests are Shoshone cultural dances, history, language, and stories. So, you guys ready for a couple of questions? We'll go kind of in, I guess we can go in snaking order, so we'll start here and then come back. So there's, you can start this question and the next question will end with Kaylee, okay? So the first question to you, Waylon, is a two-part question. How will you advocate local cultural activities of the Eastern Shoshone Tribe? And part two of that is the entertainment committee is often described as just the powwow committee. Do you feel that's true? And if so, how do you propose changing that image?
Well, on that, entertainment never used to be just a powwow committee. It helped people when I was growing up. It helped people if somebody got house burned down, we helped them out with that. Plus help with Sundance, powwow, giveaways.
Cool. That's interesting. Anything else to add to that?
Well, stick to tradition.
Cass, same question to you. I can repeat it if you'd like, but the image that the entertainment committee is just the powwow committee. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's true?
I've heard that. I honestly, this would be a learning experience for me, so I can't say yes or no. But for the first part, really advocating for local cultural activities would be by promoting and integrating Shoshone language, cultural food and dance, and history into activities for the community, and encouraging tribal member involvement to see their input on cultural activities they'd like to see.
Kaylee, same question.
Which number is it?
Semi.
Okay. I agree with everybody else, want to bring back our annual dances that we've had before. The committee became a powwow only, one powwow committee. And we need to change that and go back to, where we split the money between Chrome Heart powwow, this powwow, and then some of our dances that we usually have, that we haven't had for a while. And I want to get more community involvement, and by doing that, I think we need to do that through social media. I mean, we need to have a scheduled meetings, and we need to be able to let the public know about those meetings, so that if they want to be involved, they can come and we can listen to the public. Because you guys, our elders, are the ones who know about our dances that we need to be doing annually. Another thing is, people are always wanting to get paid to do things. Well, the dances we put on here, the war bonnet dances, stuff like that, I cook the food. I use my own money and do that and feed the people. It's not a big deal. So what I think is what we need to do is encourage people to bring in food and have potluck. Not everybody can, but those who can should be able to bring in food so we can feed everybody. Because I think that's a big thing. I always hear about the entertainment saying that people want to get paid or, cost too much to have these dances and stuff like that. And we can do that by encouraging ourselves, to bring food in.
Good, thank you. Cass, we'll start with you for the second question. The Shoshone Entertainment Committee doesn't have a large budget to work with. What are some new ways the committee can adopt to fundraise or raise money for itself to put these events on?
Well, I guess one way would be to do sales or solicit for donations through local businesses. Host fundraising events, seek donations from community members, and ask for community members to volunteer for time.
Okay. Waylon, do you have any ideas on how to supplement the entertainment's budget?
I know before, I was still on entertainment, like I was about 17. And we used to run fundraisers for like professional wrestling. They had brought them in and sold tickets and raffle TVs for fundraisers for the summer, so people can, buy tickets on it. Plus, special dances.
Okay. Thank you. Kaylee?
I've had the same ideas, being fundraisers, raffling, and as long as it, ask the businesses along your Riverton, because they will also make money by, having hotels or whatever. If they promote it, we can promote it here too.
Okay. Kaylee, we'll start with you on the third question. What are some ideas that you have on providing healthy activities for the youth and getting the youth more involved in some of our traditional cultural activities? This is a question I'm personally interested in.
Yeah, I think we need to promote it more out to the public, because things are done last minute, so people never know about anything. So we can get out via social media, newspapers, whatever, we can get people to or the younger ones to come in and we can do dances, clinics. What's it called? Classes on how to make your own outfit if people don't know how to do it. You can bring back the Indian games, to the arbor, like do it every once a month or twice a month, just whatever, if you get more people involved. Another thing I had was teaching hand game and stuff like that, getting the youth involved to understand more about our culture. Another thing is bring back the treaty day to our powwow that we usually have. Everybody wants to push it off to this person, you see it, this person, well, let's just have the entertainment take control of it. And they are the ones that will put it out there and have the games and have the dances that we have on that day. Those are some nice suggestions.
Cass?
I guess one thing would be to get insight from the youth by putting out a questionnaire to them, getting their input, their ideas of what they would like to see in the community, integrating cultural activities with the outdoors.
Good. Waylon, how could we get our youth more involved in some of the traditional and cultural activities that entertainment could help? What is entertainment's role in that?
Well, I think entertainment's role would be show these young kids how to sing, how to war dance, special dances, get them involved. And make their own stuff, arrows and spears, so they can compete.
Thank you. As a sidebar, when you guys all get elected, I can't wait for you guys to come down to the Boys and Girls Club and help us do all that stuff. I really want to integrate that, and I think we could have a youth powwow down at the Boys and Girls Club. I'd be super excited to work with the entertainment committee to do that. Okay. Cassandra, what is your opinion on the kind of the most common complaints about our annual Indian Days powwow? The common complaints were that the food vendors should be better or more diverse, parking needs to be improved, and the vendor fees should not apply to Shoshone tribal members. Those are kind of the top three. What would you do to address those complaints? And are there other things that you think that we're overlooking as far as the powwow goes?
Well, as far as vendors, by better means referring to food handling practices, then I would agree. Food vendors should be doing everything necessary to practice sanitary food handling, prevent cross-contamination, use hairnets and gloves. But if by better means what the food vendor is selling, I don't think anyone has control over what vendors have to offer unless vending spaces are limited. Parking, I agree, parking needs to be improved. Could be level, prairie dog holes filled. Vendor fees should not apply to Shoshone tribal members. I disagree with that. I think tribal members should be required to pay the fee as well.
Haley, what about
Like Cassandra said, I don't think we have control over what people cook, but maybe we can limit the vendors that are being there. So like buy traditional, cooking stew and, get that many vendors because people always want stew and fried bread and chicken tacos. So that can be in the large supply. But like if you have a Chinese restaurant that wants to come out, maybe one or two of those, but not a lot because not everybody goes to them and you don't like competition. And whatever we don't have, so like say the dancers want food or something like that, like put it out to the public as a committee, say, we're looking for people to do vendors for fruit, for yogurt, for, stuff like that. Better, because they're athletes. How about people are athletes? So they need to have better nutrition. That is some of the things I think that we could probably do as a committee. The parking, we need to cut it down, we can cut it down. Like she said, fill in those holes, cut the grass all the way to the fences, and put all the campers, because I know, people have their already spots, get them to where they are and block that off. Block it off with the only people that camp in that area. And then everybody else, dancers, maybe more up this way, because not everybody that camps are dancers, and not all the dancers don't camp either. So then you're gonna want them to be closer to the arbor so they can walk back and forth to their car. And then all the people who are coming in, put them further down this way, because they don't mind walking, they're used to it. It's mainly divers anyways that come. Put them this way, they're used to walking. And then our elders, put 2 sections on both sides of the arbor for dancers and for elders, so that they're closer. It's not that hard. It's so simple with parking. What else is there? And then the vendor fees. I think we could do half price for Shoshone members. We don't have to make them pay full, but at least do, half off. Just depending on what they're selling too, because they're gonna make profit.
Waylon, did you need me to repeat those, or you got the questions there? It's kind of a long question, but the powwow complaints, the food vendors, the parking needs to be improved, and the vendor fleet fees shouldn't apply to tribal members.
I think they should have more traditional food.
Yeah.
Like cow guts, curry goat, rabbit. But charge a reasonable price, not overcharge. And charge a travel member a low rate since it's our powwow. The out-of-staters get sucker to them. And parking, they can move that fence out. Bring back our teepees all the way around.
Yeah.
That's about it, I guess.
Would add a question onto that, and Delma, did you hear that question? Would you like a chance to answer that one? It's the 4th question. Your opinion on the most common complaints about the powwow, the Indian Days powwow, that the food vendors should be better, parking needs to be improved, and vendor fees shouldn't apply to our tribal members.
She said, I agree with her. There's when you come into the entrance, one comes in, the other goes out. Well, right there, we should have security or police officers there checking in for drugs, alcohol. And, most of the powwows I went to, that's what they do. And they're really, they're really good at it. Because then that way you won't have to be dealing with a bunch of, alcoholics, druggers, It's just that, that's my opinion about having to go in and out of the powwow. Because when I was security years ago, that's all I had to do was just constantly running around, the cops were just standing back while the security were doing their job. And I think the security should do their job with the officers. And like Kay said about the food, I agree with her on that. The Shoshones, there, they have, the other staters should pay whatever the.
I believe it's 600 for a weekend. Is that right? Is it 600 for the weekend?
Pretty sure that's what they said.
I think so. I guess what I kind of wanted to add to that, I know growing up, I was in a rodeo family, but the rodeo and how it went hand in hand during Indian days. Does entertainment have a place in bringing that rodeo back, or is it just something that's
That's
kind of
what
bygone era?
that's something I was thinking about too, is that, I know the Washkey family, they're doing their own voting and stuff, they can collaborate with them and some of their family, we're all supposed to be involved, and that's something that I think the committee should be more open to the public, having like, we don't know everybody who rodeos nowadays, whoever does, they can come and be like, hey, let's open up the rodeo again. And I know back in the day, does anybody know anything about rodeos?
Rocky Mountain Association.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know if it's here, because I don't hear anything about it.
Well, see, they had this region, Idaho, Wyoming,
Wyoming, Montana was one, I
Yeah.
believe,
yeah, Montana.
and Fort Shane's too.
The Rocky Mountain and the Rodeo Association.
Yeah, it's called Rocky Mountain.
And that's part of the.
Rodeo Association.
I know.
International.
Yeah, my aunt already
We
ran
lost
this.
our charter.
It's so does,
But we can get-
I've heard-
so to the entertainment committee, do you see the entertainment in having a role of putting on a rodeo with that?
So I think kids rodeos,
The kid,
kids rodeos.
Waylon, what do you think?
I'm the guy that don't care for the rodeos because it's too much dust for it,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Fair
And
point.
then break down the arbor and all that, so tie the horse along.
So there was, I know there is questions, but so the actual, what do I call it? The form of this, it's not a debate, but the form of this meeting. So we had a chance to submit questions for, I think it was a 2-week period. And so those questions have been submitted. This is actually the time of the forum where each candidate can kind of speak freely about anything that you would be interested in talking about that maybe we haven't addressed here, or maybe retouching on some subjects we've had. And then after that, if you guys want to come up and ask some questions and the candidates feel like doing that, what we really don't want to do is create a situation where the candidates feel like accosted, because this isn't a general council or anything like that. This is just, they're trying to get you the best information as voters that you can have, so you guys can make a good choice on election day, okay? So with that, we can go into some, you guys can we
You
can
wanna
probably
give,
do,
Zelma a chance to answer the other questions?
sure, if you'd like to.
I think what they're saying is that you're adding questions onto these questions now yourself.
They're
So
with
what
it,
is
yeah.
that, how's that fair not to us, not to ask those questions when you're asking the questions, but adding more
Sure.
on?
So, yeah, to answer that, so after they're done speaking, you guys, that will be a chance for you guys to ask them questions. But, okay. Zelma, you got here a little bit late, but if you would like to address the other questions that the other candidates got to do. The first one was kind of a long one, and I'll just reread it for everyone here, but the question is a 2-part question. How will you advocate local cultural activities for the Eastern Shoshone tribe? And how does the entertainment committee is often described as just the powwow committee? Do you feel that's true? And if so, how do you propose to change that image?
Well, so far, the way the always been running it, pretty much doing okay, it's just that, what you working with them. To improve is that, we get out there and make the money ourselves to, pay the people. I mean, there's a lot of people that of our tribe have interest in taking into the powwow, but they're more or less the outstayers. And that's not right to treat like family the way I look at it, what point of view was, all right, like, you have a relative that participates in dancing. You kick yourself out of there and you say, you hand the book, you know, paper that the person, okay, you know, might have a relative dancing in here, in the group here, I don't want to, okay. So they stand back until the contest is over with. And then if that next contest comes on, traditional, women's traditional, they don't have relatives, and then they can get back to that. I mean, that's the way I see it. I judged at Cody, Wyoming at one time, and I had family members in there, and I took myself out of there and to make it, you know, where everybody would be equal on it.
Okay.
That's my opinion on that.
So the second question was, the entertainment committee doesn't have a large budget. What are some new ways the committee could raise funds for itself to increase its own budget?
We can make a Indian taco sales, bake sales, even maybe basketball, kids basketball, bingo, gambling, something like that. To raise funds.
You mentioned youth in your answer, and the third question is about the youth. What are some ideas you have on providing healthy activities for the youth as they apply to cultural and entertainment committee events?
How do you move that again?
How could you get the youth more involved in some of the cultural and traditional events that the entertainment committee does sponsors? Okay. Just, yeah, participate in some of the stuff that the fundraising stuff that you were talking about. Okay.
And also, I have to say, we have so many holes over there in the power ground. And you can get the NYC workers over there, maybe ask them for a program, if they could come over there, we can clean that. 'Cause, you know, we gotta make it look nice over there. There's times I wanna go over there and just pick up everything and clean it, you know. I can't do it by myself, I have to have a group with these programs, youth programs come in and help us maybe paint it too. I did years ago painting over at the Arbor. So,
Well, we've gone through the questions and we were expecting more candidates, so we're going a little fast, but we can go down the order and these would be kind of closing remarks, or just, like I said, you can address things that you're passionate about or reasons why people might want to vote for you and put you in there. Cassandra, you're first on the list here. Would you like to go first here for us?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so my reason for wanting to, I guess, for putting in for the entertainment committee is because I have a lot of free time, I guess, outside of work that I feel like could be put to more use by getting back to the community. When I first thought about putting in for the entertainment committee, my thoughts didn't have anything to do with like, oh, this is extra money or whatever. It was volunteer. I realized that it's gonna, take a lot of time, a lot of your personal time to organize these events and meetings, and because of budget restrictions, then obviously you're gonna need those funds to put towards these events. So that's my reason.
Kaylee?
reason I'm running is because, I believe that we're going away from us as Shoshone people, and we need to start bringing back more things for the Shoshone people, because I think we're too much integrated into all these other tribes that we're forgetting about ourselves and forgetting about us and our culture and our history. And we need to start bringing that back. And we need to, like I said before, have our dances that we've had yearly, and then our powwows, we need to take care of our visitors and our local elders and our people here too. I heard, quite a few people from out of state say, you guys don't treat your people that come good, you don't take care of them. So, we need to figure out ways to take care of everybody and make sure everybody comes to our powwow happy and enjoying it. And not only this one, but like I said, we need to get Cohart back on the map like it used to be. People used to love to come to our powwow because it was in a good setting and people liked it. So we need to do that. I don't know what else the entertainment does, and I would like to know, but like she said, I'm not here to benefit monetarily from it. I'm here because we need to promote our people, our Shoshone culture, our people. That's why I'm here. Vote for me.
Waylon? Anything else?
Question?
Well, this is just kind of time for you to tell everyone why you're running and maybe some ideas that we hadn't touched on in the questions that you feel passionate about.
I decided to run because I see the tribe going downhill. I mean, tradition went out the door. And people that's on there, they don't know the Christian tradition. Me, as a full-blood Shoshone, can talk my language. I know the songs. And, strong. And all the tribe, one big tribe, plus the Sundances. But I just want to help the people.
Zelma?
They pretty much said everything, but I agree with them. Yeah, the way I look at it, we are going down. And what I see a lot about it is that, we like to worship, we like to go in and get praise for it and everything. But we need to bring our Sundance back. We have the old Sundance over here, and it's just going away. And the ladies used to sit on the ground and sing, but now they sit on chairs. And I always remember that my grandmother and grandfather, we traveled all over, and I've seen all these happening in the old Sundance songs. I know it myself, and also when they used to have that old community hall up here, boy, when they say powwow, boy, everybody just get up, get ready, and just go dance, enjoy themselves. Now we don't even see that here. They have to put it up on paper and say, oh yeah, there's a dance going to be on. That shouldn't even be that way. They should all come together and say, hey, yeah, we got a powwow going on. We need to get out together now and go and dance, enjoy ourselves. But it's all about what? Today it's about money, paying who out. And that's not the way we see it. And a lot of people, I talk with a lot of people, and we talk, and we could have a lot of social dances here every monthly, bring everybody back together. We can have a masquerade going back on, what we used to have for the children, adults, and we can, like I said, we could bring everything back, and it would be really awesome. I mean, from my experience from growing up, I was always dancing, and I got older, and I still dance to this day. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of Shoshone. And I'm willing to work with any of the entertainment committees who gets on. And, like I said, we gotta do what's best for our Shoshone tribe. And I'm not taking either side. I'm always a kind of good person inside. I have that. And I don't go against anybody. I just wanna belong to everybody. That's where I've always been. I had that sense of humor. People just don't know me where they should. I always say hi to elders, I help elders out. That's who I am. I was brought up that way. I just want everybody to know that, if you want everything to come back, we're willing to work with the entertainment here to show them, to bring everything back. Do these dances, social dances, come together. The Shoshone people come back together, But we are going down. We have no sun dances. We need to bring our sun dances back. So, that's pretty much what I have to say.
Well, I thank you guys for coming up here. My personal feeling is that it's very important for you guys that are running for office to come up here and to speak in front of people. I think that's a really good thing. It's very brave. I'm sure we all appreciated the words. And you guys for coming and listening. I think this is a great thing that you're participating in, and I think over time this will really help us as a community and a tribe to make good choices with our elected officials. And I think we heard a lot of good words here tonight. I know there's a bunch of snacks back there. I see you guys eating some, so feel free to go back there and grab some. And this might be a chance to come up and ask more questions. I will say for myself, it is kind of an honor to be here and asking these questions. And I beg forgiveness of my elders for speaking in front of you. This was, I feel very honored to do this, and it's not something that I take lightly. So I apologize for speaking, but it was an honor. So thank you guys so much, and let's grab some snacks, eat together, make us happy. Anything else for you guys? Okay.
Questions? Anybody questions?
I do. What I was gonna say was, when I was a kid and as I was growing up, I went to the dances. We had a lot of kids. And I went to those dances. And at that time, it wasn't called power. The big dance that they had in the summer was